Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Pete Johns. This is the happy hour, and we're getting awfully happy today because it's the 80s. It's like the 80s never went away, man. Yeah. If you're into some retro vibes, if you want to wear a mullet haircut, if you'd like to grow a creepy moustache like all the kids are, then you've come to the right place because this is the happy hour, and we're going to be playing 80s tunes. It's going to be a weird one. I'm doing something I've not tried before. I'm doing a double take. I'm about to turn 45, believe it or not. And I always loved a good 45 single because you got two songs from the same band. You got a number one kind of groove and hit, and then you got yourself a B-side. So I thought I would do that for us here today and play some songs and then some lesser known songs from those artists just for a bit of fun. So I hope you can hang around and enjoy this one. Don't forget you can donate using the super chat button. You can also become a member of the membership of the YouTube. You can be a patron. You can just hit the thumbs up. You can do all the good things. So thank you everyone for being here. Let's dive in and play our first 80s classic, shall we? This one's from a little band by the name of Toto. 3, 4. Hear drums echoing tonight. He hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some long forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting here for you. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take a time to do the things we never had. Wild dogs cry out in the night. They grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right. Sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of the things that I've become. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had. A little bit of Africa. If you don't have the you can't really do the solo part of that one. But we've got a bunch of songs to play here today. So just a little shortened version. Just in case you're worrying about it. It says, I bless the rains down in Africa. 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 So, yeah, you didn't miss a whole lot. Let's say good day to the fine folks who are here live. Thank you all for being here. You mean a lot to me. We'll go from the top because we had Dawn here watching the Down Under version that I did before. We had Uncrowned King here as well. And then Thomas Cries, Jade Star, the Mixed Club, not just any Mixed Club. We have the Mixed Club. We have Thomas Christ here as well. We have Bleeding Red Beats because it wouldn't be a happy hour without Bleeding Red Beats. And where you see Bleeding Red Beats, you usually see Angela Sinclair. Mr. Fomiati is here as well. G'day to you. Bradley Example is playing straight after me today, which is cool. Pookie Ann's a member. Sylvie's a member. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's membering. G'day, Michael Thompson. Hope you are doing well. You could be a Patreon. You'll be 203.5% more awesome. 100% true. Hey, do me a favour. Can you, I did redecorate. Do you like my new digs? I went a bit retro, a bit 80s. Can you do me a favour? Can you hear the air conditioner much? Because if you can, too bad. It's 37 frickin' degrees. I'm leaving it on. Thank you, Sylvie. I think it's a pretty cool song. One among the best songs of the 80s for sure. Oh, I'm going to reach over. Got to reach over and grab a beer. Hello to Christopher, Rosie, and the Rosie clan. I hope you're well. Got Barry Glenn. Joe Glenn's probably hanging around the place somewhere nearby. There you go. Mark Bro has gifted a bunch of memberships. So thank you, Mr. Bro. Greetings to Mum and Dad. I hope you are doing well as well. Have I seen it? Can't hear it? Cool. I'm staying cool. I'm going with it. The beauty of having a microphone, even though it's a condenser mic, having one that's a front address, it's a bit more like a handheld, so it doesn't pick up as much of the noise. G'day, John Swanson. Appreciate you too. There we go. We're drinking something funky. I thought this was fitting because it kind of matches my background, doesn't it? And it kind of looks a bit 80s retro, or kind of 60s retro, really, but I'm going with it. It's the Cali Connection, the West Coast IPA, and it's bloody delicious. Haven't asked for a while, but what are you imbibing in here on the show this week, today or tonight? Let me know down in the comments. Oh, that's a good drop. Yeah. Right, so we played a Toto tune. And, of course, we have to play another Toto tune. Now, this was actually, I'm cheating a bit here. This wasn't a B-side. It was actually its own A-side single released just a year later. But it's probably Toto's second biggest song of all time. You might know it. It's called Rosanna. All I wanna do when I wake up in the morning is see your eyes. Rosanna, Rosanna, never thought a girl like you could ever care for me. Rosanna, all I wanna do in the evening is hold you tight. Rosanna, Rosanna, I didn't know you were looking for more than I could ever give. Quite a year since she went away. Rosanna, yeah. Now that she's gone, and I have to say, meet you all the way. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. All the way, Rosanna, yeah. I can see your face shining through the window on the other side. Rosanna, Rosanna, I didn't know that a girl like you could make me feel so sad. Rosanna, all I wanna do in the night, you'll never wanna compromise. Never thought that losing you could ever hurt so bad. Not quite a year since she went away. Rosanna, yeah. Now that she's gone, and I have to say, meet you all the way. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah, meet you all the way. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Not quite a year since she went away. Rosanna, yeah. now that she's gone, and I have to say, meet you all the way, meet you all the way, Rosanna, yeah, meet you all the way, meet you all the way, Rosanna, yeah. Oh, bees, the Toto takes it out of you. Oh, I might have to switch up my order here to play something a little bit easier next. Thank you kindly to all the cool people. Yeah, there's Toto. Toto, come back. Oh, no. Oops, I'm sounding like, oh, no. What do I sound like? Not the... Anyway, thank you, Christopher Rossi, for the kind donation. Appreciate you big time. Brad Example. See, one day, yeah, I'll give him a postal address and you can slip 2 toonies and a loony in, and then I can hold them up and go, I've finally got my hand on some toonies and loonies. Very cool. Thank you, Pookie Ann, as well. And you get a membership. And you get a membership. By the end of the stream, I reckon we're going to have everyone as a member. And then you'll be in my clutches, and then you'll never be able to escape. No, you'll be fine. It's cool. All right. Yes, if you are a member, you can do this. It doesn't show up properly here on StreamYard, but if you're watching the stream, you'll see all the cool little emojis, all the warm cockles that Thomas Christ has thrown in there. All right. You know what? While I've got some voice, let's kick on because... hello, GarageBand covers. Hope you're doing well. Back in the 80s, well, in the 70s and then into the 80s, there was a great band out of New Zealand by the name of Split Ends, or Split Ends, as we would say. And they had some cool songs. I'm going to play probably their most popular song, which even if you're outside of Australia or New Zealand, you may well have heard this one. You may not realise the band, but this one is a very cool tune. It's by the band Split Ends, and it's called I Got You. 2, 3, 4. Got you, that's all I want. I won't forget, that's a whole lot. I don't go out now that you're in. Sometimes we shout, but that's no problem. I get frightened. You can see my eyes, you can tell I'm not lying. Look at you, you're a pageant. You're everything that I've imagined. Something's wrong, feel uneasy, you show me, tell me you're not teasing. I don't know why sometimes I get frightened. You can see my eyes, you can tell that I'm not lying. I don't know why sometimes I get frightened. Lying, no, I'm not, I'm never lying. There's no doubt, not when I'm with you, when I'm without. Stay in my room. Where do you go? I get no answer. You're always out. It gets on my nerves. not lying, baby. Oh no, I'm not lying. I don't know why sometimes I get so frightened. Yes, Neil Finn is the man. Great singer, songwriter, all-round nice guy. Yeah, Neil Finn and Tim Finn, Neil Finn, all the Finns. Yeah, very, very, very cool artist, and one of my favourite songs of theirs. Their biggest hit, probably. Does anyone not know that? Like, is that a familiar song even outside of Australia and New Zealand? Because, yeah, whenever I play it, people are like, yeah, Split Ends, I know them. So obviously they had a little bit of success in other parts of the world. My night is so good it hasn't even started yet. 11:47 a.m. here in Adelaide, and yes, I'm drinking a beer. It's the one day of the week where I let myself have a beer or two before midday because it's somewhere in the world. Yeah, definitely made a splash in the US and other places around the world. Good to hear. This next tune is one you might not know because it's a bit more of a deep cut. The reason I love this song is that I saw Neil Finn and Eddie Vedder perform this one time. And I must admit, I vaguely knew of the song when it was a Split Enz song, but then when I heard Eddie Vedder sing it with Crowded House, I was like, yeah, very, very cool. And yes, it was, even though it's a Split Enz song, Crowded House did play some Split Enz songs like in some of their live shows. It's a bit confusing. But yeah, this is a really nice tune. It's called History Never Repeats. 3, 4. History never repeats. I tell myself before I go to sleep. Don't say the words you might regret. I laughed before, you know I can't forget. There was a girl I used to know. She dealt my love a savage blow. I was so young, too blind to see. But anyway, that's history. History never repeats. I tell myself before I go to sleep. Don't say the words you might regret. I lost before, you know I can't forget. You always say I play the fool. I can't go on if that's the rule. Better to jump than hesitate. I need a change and I can't wait. Come on. History never repeats. I tell myself before I go to sleep. There's a light shining in the dark, leading me on towards a change of heart. History never repeats. History never repeats. Deep in the night is all so clear. I lie awake with great ideas lurking about in no man's land. I think at last I understand. One more time. History never repeats. I tell myself before I go to sleep. There's a light shining in the dark, leading me on towards a change of heart. It never repeats. It never repeats. It never repeats. Split Ends and History Never Repeats. Yeah, I know. I'm wearing my Ice House T-shirt, and I don't have any Ice House on the set list. It's kind of that thing, when you go to go to see a band play, and you wear a different band's T-shirt because you don't want to look like you're just towing to the anyway. Kowtowing, is that a word? Kowtowing, yeah. So Ice House had a couple of hits. It said, "And I'm all over you, electric blue on my knees," and "You gotta be crazy, baby, to wanna," and what's the other one? Great Southern Land. There you go. And there's the one that I'm forgetting. They do a lot of good songs. I probably should have done that. The Studio Live Today bot, which is not actually authorized by Studio Live Today, but there you go. I've got my own AI. Maybe someone has created an AI Pete that did set up a Studio Live Today. Oh, hey little girl, where did you go? Do I have any of them in my repertoire? I reckon I learnt "Hey Little Girl" at one point. I did. Let's I'll play a little bit. Hey, hey, when everything goes wrong, sometimes it makes no sense. Hey, there once was a time I should have known better then. Hey, little girl, where will you hide? Who can you run to now? Hey, little girl, where did you go? Where can you turn to now? Yeah, so that's Ice House. There you go. I don't feel so bad now for not playing any Ice House at all. I'm going to go with some. I'm going to go with a couple of artists that you may think were one-hit wonders of the 80s now, and play this one to start with. This is a song that you probably know of. It was used for a period of time. It was used for a period of time to roll people. I think you know where I'm going with this one. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna turn around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Known each other for so long, your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other, oh, for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give, never gonna let you down. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna live this down. Poor Rick Astley. He is actually a really cool dude, really good musician, really good singer, a nice guy. Yeah, he'll always be haunted by that song and the dancing. Can't do the dance while you do the song, but never gonna give you up, never gonna give you. Yeah, but it's a fun one. It's a good song. It's a fun one to play. So thank you for being here with me. And now, yes, you're getting rickrolled. Now you're working out. Now you're sitting there going, crap. Did Rick Astley have another song? Well, he did. And it's a bit of a deep cut, so we'll see if anyone remembers it. Joe and Barry Glenn, thank you for the kind donation. Appreciate you big time. Thank you. G'day, Mike and Dawn Janice. If I didn't say, I think I said g'day to you right up front. But thank you. Let's do a quick thank you to everyone who applauded there, because I don't do that all the time. Mark Bro, Christopher Rossi, Bleeding Red Beast, Thomas Christ, The Mixed Club, Mum and Dad, Angela Sinclair, Jean Swanson, Tremor, Bear, Joe and Barry Glenn. Thank you. Oh, for doing that. I appreciate you. His bank account will always be haunted by that song. Exactly. Hey, I'd love to be dining out on that. Whenever you put on the best of the 80s on any station, any radio station, any music station, like on TV, that song will come up. So, yeah. But I'd be happy to be haunted by that if I was him. Did I say? Yeah, I said hello. I said thank you to Joe and Barry Glenn for the kind donation. Don't forget you can throw some virtual loonies and toonies and whatever currency you have into the virtual guitar case by just using the super chat or the super stickers right here. You can become a member by hitting the join button. You can join the Patreon. I'm going to beg you for all sorts of different ways to give me money, because that's how we roll around here. Thank you to Thomas and to Jade for doing the openings. They've got wonderful openings and they open them up every week for us. We've got a Brad Example coming straight after this one as well, probably playing different songs than 1980s Rick Astley numbers. But this is Rick Astley's other song. It's called Together Forever. 2, 3, 4. If there's anything you need, all you have to do is say, I know you satisfy everything I need. You shouldn't waste a single day. Don't stop from falling, it's destiny calling, a power that I just can't deny. It's never changing as you hear me, I'm saying, I want you for the rest of my life. Together forever and never apart. Together forever we two. Don't you know I would move heaven and earth to be together forever with you. If they ever let you down, there's always something I can do. Because I would never want to see you frown. I'd always do what's best for you. It's no mistaking, it's true love we're making, something to last for all time. It's never changing as you hear me, I'm saying, I want you for the rest of my life. Sing it if anyone knows it. Together forever and never to part. Together forever we two. Together you know we'd be Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. He definitely didn't use the same chords for this song. Don't stop me falling, it's destiny calling, a power that I just can't deny. It's never changing as you hear me, I'm saying I want you for the rest of my life. Together forever and never to part. Together forever we do. And don't you know I would move heaven and earth to be together forever with you. Oh dear. Rick Astley. Yeah, that's his other song. His other song, which is called Together Forever. And now that you've heard it, you never need to hear it again. Does anyone actually remember that song? It was basically him doing the same dance. I reckon they probably shot the video on the same bloody day. My first 45 was going riding in my car, Sesame Street, going riding in my car. That's pretty cool. Yeah, what was my first 45? Yeah, let us know if you remember your very first 45. There you go. We've got some folks that do remember. Okay, cool. Remember that one? Together forever. So yeah, I was a little bit young for 45s. I was more a single kind of guy because I grew up in the 80s, but definitely owned a few 45s. I owned a Southern Sons, which is an Australian band no one would know. I owned some John Farnham 45s. The first 45 I bought that was more sort of cool was The Offspring. They had a song called Baghdad. And I have the original, I still got it somewhere, the original 7-inch release of this Offspring EP, 4-track EP on a 7-inch 45 called Baghdad. And they changed it to Tehran when Baghdad were doing bad things. And then a few years later, Iran were doing bad things. And it's like, man, don't name your songs after Middle Eastern cities. Because there's always going to be some controversy going around there. All right. This next band is also what you consider a one-hit wonder, but you'll be surprised. I reckon you'll be surprised at how much you know the other song. I think everyone will know this one, but their other song is actually kind of cool as well. This is The Proclaimers, because of course it is. When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door when I'm working. Yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. When the money comes in for the work I'll do, I'll pass on almost every penny on to you. When I come home, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I grow old, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's growing old with you. Sing it if you know it. And I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Oleander, 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 804.673 kilometers. This is a sad bit. When I'm lonely, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. When I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, Well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you when I come home. Yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home with you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. That is called I'm Gonna Be, brackets 500 miles, because everyone just remembered it as the 500 miles song. Yeah, that's actually very true. In fact, my first cassettes were also, do you remember those? You can read along with me in your book. You'll know it is time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring like this. I can't do it. Bring. Let's begin now. And if you got different ones, if it was like the Star Wars one or something, it would be like Return of the Jedi. You know it's time to turn the page when you hear the lightsaber cut like this. Whing! You know, am I making all this stuff up? Did I just have some sort of fever dream about this? Yes, exactly. Spilling the cheese. The kids are saying that now. I heard some kids saying spilling the tea. Yeah, I had a book, one of those little golden book ones called The Taxi. It's the taxi that hurried. And there was a song in that one that goes, honk, 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 honk. Can't you hear my taxi honk? Don't you worry, gonna hurry, gonna get you there. Me and my taxi, we're a speedy pair. I'll get you to the station for you right on time. And then there was so it was this taxi that had to get them somewhere. And then there was a cow, and it was like another song. So this is where I got my love of music. And it went like this. I moo moo the cow, I eat lots of hay, I sit on the track for most of the day. If you drink my milk, it doesn't take long for all little children to grow big and strong. And this is why I can't learn new things. All of this stuff is still stuck up there in my brain, and I can't develop new thoughts. Oh dear. Who are we playing now? Oh, we're playing the other Proclaimers song. Yeah, that was a bit weird, Chris. I'm sorry. If anyone tuned out after that, you have my blessing, because that was a bit bizarre. All right. Does anyone remember the other Proclaimers song? If I did that, does that help? You reckon? All right. How many times I listened to it? About 412. Yeah, I've always loved listening to audio, and I used to always have to listen to audio all the time, and when I was going to sleep and when I was hanging out, and yeah, I had some like operations early and Mum took me over to Sydney, and I took all of these books and all these cassettes, like big, those big 10 packs of cassettes, and I cram all my cassettes in there, and yeah, I'd listen to these stories. So there you go. That's why I'm a storyteller and a musician now. This is the Proclaimers. And this is called I'm on my way. I'm on my way from misery to happiness today. Hey, I'm on my way from misery to happiness today. I'm on my way to make me walk from this world, and years from now we'll make it to the next world. And everything that you receive up yonder is what you give to me the day I wandered. I took a right turn yesterday. Get me with your horse. Yeah, I took a right turn yesterday. Yeah. I took the road that brought me to your hometown. I took the bush to streets that I could walk down. I walked the streets to find the one I looked for. I climbed the stairs that led me to your front door. I know that I don't want for anything. Ooh, I'll have no just a thing. I'm sitting on top of the world. I do my best, I do the best I can. Yeah, I'll do my best, I'll do my best to do the best I can. Aye, to keep my feet from jumping on the ground, dear. To keep my heart from jumping through my mouth, dear. To keep the past and keeping up the present. To try and learn when you teach me a lesson. I know that I don't want for anything. Oh, I'll have no choice to see. I'm sitting on top of the world. Woo-hoo. I'm on my way from misery to happiness today. You're on my way from misery to happiness today. Yeah. I'm on my way for what I want from this world. And years from now, you'll make it to the next world. And everything that you'll receive up yonder is what I gave to you the day I wondered. I'm on my way to what I want from this world. And years from now, you'll make it to the next world. And everything that you receive up yonder is what you give to me the day I wondered. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. There you go. The Proclaimers, not just any Proclaimers, the Proclaimers. I'm on my way from misery to happiness today. Whew. All right, we got cartoons. We got all sorts of cool ideas and suggestions happening on. It's an old Irish jig, is it? A little bit. Definitely feels that way, isn't it? I proclaim that song very cool. All right. The brain full problem. It's real. The problems is real. All right, let's if my voice gets compared to anyone, weirdly enough, there's two singers that people compare my voice to. And it's Peter Gabriel and friggin' Phil Collins. And I'm like, if my voice gets compared to Peter Gabriel and Phil Collins, it goes without saying that I should probably play more Genesis. So I couldn't find two Genesis songs from the 80s that I liked or that I knew how to play, more importantly. So I've picked a Genesis song, and then because Phil kind of branched out after Genesis in the late 80s, I picked a Phil Collins song as well. So I'm going to play both of these. They're kind of ballady ones, so these are going to be a little bit lower key because after a back-to-back Proclaimers, I need me a rest, and I need a second beer too, apparently. These things are strong as well. They're like, like a 6% beer. So I better. Luckily, I've got the air conditioner on, so I'm not going to pass out. I'm better than Phil. Well, unfortunately, these days, Joe, because poor Phil, he's not doing too well. Anyway, this one is from Genesis. It is called "In Too Deep." One, two, try that again. All the time I was searching, nowhere to run. Started me thinking, wondering what I could make of my life. Who'd be waiting? Asking all kinds of questions to myself, never finding the answers. Crying at the top of my voice, no one's listening. All this time, I remember everything you said. There's so much you promised, how could I ever forget? Listen, you know I love you, but I just can't take this. You know I love you, but I'm playing for keeps. Although I need you, I'm not gonna make I love you, but I'm in too deep. So listen to me. Oh, you must believe me. I can feel your eyes see through me, but I don't know why. I know that you're going, I can't believe the way that you're leaving. It's like we never knew each other at all. Maybe my fault, gave you too many reasons being alone, 'cause I didn't want to. I thought that you would always be there. I almost believed you all this time. Still remember everything you said. Oh, there's so much you promised. How could I ever forget? Listen, you know I love you, but I just can't take this. You know I love you, but I'm playing for keeps. Although I need you, I'm not gonna make this. You know I want you, but I'm in too deep. So listen to me. I can feel your eyes go mad. A little bit of Genesis in too deep. Thank you, Wendy Rosie, for the kind donation. All the Rosie clan are such cool people. I don't know. You know how you just get a sense? It's like Bleeding Red Beats and Angela and the Rosie clan, Chris and Wendy and the kids. Like, you just know there are people that are cool. So this is the thing. I know Genesis can be dividing. I know some people love Genesis, some people hate Genesis. I'm somewhere in between. I like Genesis. And I like Phil Collins. So, you won't please everyone all the time. And you know what? I'm sick of the phrase guilty pleasure. I used to say, oh, Phil Collins is my guilty pleasure. And I'm like, no, I just genuinely think his music's kind of fun. But some people won't. So respect it. Respect that. That's why we play. That's why I don't play all of one artist most of the time, because you're gonna like something. Jesus, He Knows Me is freaking great. It's from 1990, which is why I couldn't play it. Otherwise, I would have. I Can't Dance Tonight. Yeah, Atlanta Confusion. Yeah. So Phil Collins. I didn't realize this until I went back and started listening to more of his music. He's a lefty hippie like me. I don't know. I always thought he was like, because he was British and a bit toffee, I always thought he was a bit that side. But no, turns out he's very much not. And Jesus, He Knows Me is such a cool song. If you see the music video of that one, so much fun. It's like, because it's all about basically those evangelist Christians that want all your money. You know, the ones that are like, I need to buy a second private jet. The Lord tells me I need a second private jet, so send your tithings to me, and the Lord shall give. You must give so that you can receive. Yeah, that. So no. So I say all that to say, kind of like Phil Collins. I know. He came here and I nearly went and saw him. And then I didn't. So I should have. In hindsight, I should have done it. This one is one of my favourite Phil Collins songs because, again, it has a very poignant message. Thankfully, this was written back in 1989. Thankfully, since then, we don't have a homeless problem and everyone's treated with respect and dignity all the time. So I'm going to play this song. It's called Another Day in Paradise. Calls out to the man on the street. Sir, can you help me? It's cold and I somewhere you can tell me. He walks on, doesn't look back. He pretends he can't hear her. Starts to whistle as he crosses the street. She's embarrassed to be there. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you, you and me in paradise. Just think about it. She goes out to the man on the street. He can see she's been crying. She's got blisters on the soles of her feet. She can walk but she's trying. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you, you and me in paradise. Just think about it. Oh Lord, is there nothing more anybody can do? Oh Lord, must be something you can say. You can tell from the lines on her face. You can see that she's been there. Probably been moved from every place, but she doesn't fit in there. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you, you and me in paradise. Just think about it. Another Day in Paradise there from Phil Collins from 1989. Yeah. Really cool song. Crosby, Stills, Nash. Was David Crosby on that one? Probably. He's cool. He's a cool old lefty hippie too. We attract our own. All right. We got a couple more songs to play here, and then Brad Example is doing his thing with the closing hour. No, what's his one? The after party. There you go. We need the closing hour. We need someone to sneak in, and then like Gary Hubbs to come on and do like the closing hour after the hour. No, the after party's got to be after the closing, doesn't it? Now earlier on, we played some split ends for you. And luckily, at the front end of the 80s, you got split ends. And at the back end of the 80s, you know who you got? Crowded Mother Lovin' House. So, of course, we're going to end with some Crowdies here. A 2-pack Shakur of Crowdies. And this is my favourite Crowded House song. It's one of their more famous songs from 1988. And then we're going to close with a beautiful ballad that many of you may know. It's a little bit of a deep cut, but I thought it was a great closer because it's just a really beautiful little song. This one is called Better Be Home Soon. Somewhere deep inside, something's got a hold on you, and it's pushing me aside. See it stretch on forever, and I know I'm right for the first time in my life. That's why I tell you, you better be home soon. Stripping back the coats, lies and deception. Back to nothingness, like a week in the desert. And you know I'm right for the first time in my life. That's why I tell you, better be home soon. Don't say no, don't say nothing's wrong. Bet you get back home, maybe I'll be gone. Whoa. It would cause me pain if I was to end it, but I could start again. You could depend on it, and I know I'm right for the first time in my life. That's why I tell you, better be home soon. Oh, that's why I tell you, you better be home soon. Crowdies, bloody crowded house there. Oh man, have we played some 80s awesomeness? Toto, Split Ends, Rick Astley, Proclaimers, Genesis and Phil Collins, and now Crowded House. Bloody hell, is that a cream of the crop of 80s awesome? Hopefully I did it justice. Cheers, everybody. I'll say my final farewells in just a jiffy if you hang around for one more song, because we got one more tune. This is one I've only just learnt. I've only just learnt this one yesterday. But it's a beautiful song. It's always been one of my fave Crowded House songs. Again, not one of their big singles, so you may not have heard it, but it's absolutely beautiful. And we're going to finish with this one. It is called Into Temptation. 2, 3, 4. You opened up your door, I couldn't believe my luck. You in your new blue dress, taking away my breath. The cradle is soft and warm, couldn't do me no harm. Showing showing me how to give into temptation, knowing the world, the earth will rebel. Into temptation, a muddle of nervous words. Could never amount to betrayal. Sentences all my own. The price is to watch it fail. As I turned to go, he looked at me for half a second with open invitation for me to go into temptation, knowing full well the earth will rebel. Temptation, safe in the wide open arms of hell. We can go sailing in, climb down, lose yourself when you linger long into temptation, right where you belong. The guilty get no sleep, last slow hours of morning. Experience is cheap. Should've listened to the warning. The cradle is soft and warm. Into temptation, knowing full well the earth will rebel. Into your wide open arms, nowhere to break the spell. Break the spell. Don't tell. Crowded house into temptation to finish off the show. Let's say goodbye to everybody. Thank you to Mum and Dad. Yeah, got a bit of 80s going on here tonight. Thank you. Thank you to Christopher Rossi, Thomas Christ, the Mix Club. Hello, Etria. Maybe I'll do some Counting Crows next week. We'll see how we go. Mark and Dawn Janice, Thomas Christ, our wonderful moderator, Mark Brew, Jade Star, thank you to you. Cold Acre, thank you for being here. Have I missed anyone? If I missed you, it doesn't mean I doesn't love you, because I does love you. Tremor Bear, if I didn't say g'day and goodbye to you. Bleeding Red Beats, of course, and Angela Sinclair. We've got Joe and Barry Glenn. Pookie Ann, thank you for being here as well. Brad Example is next. He's starting in like 30 seconds, so I've got to get the heck out of here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And until tomorrow, when we have Your Music Live, which is going to be epic. We've got 41 tracks tomorrow. It's going to be huge. So join me for that one. But for now, jump on over to Brad Example. He's starting right now. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Keep creating. I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.